Hi guys, welcome to the Comedy and Custody podcast. I am Sasha Frank.
And I'm Nebulous Nyang.
And that's comedy because we are both stand-up comedians.
And custody because we're both single moms.
Hi!
Hey!
Hello, happy Mother's Day weekend.
Happy Mother's Day.
Did you have a nice day?
A very nice day. I went on a hike with my older daughter.
Oh wow, fantastic. I sat and ate popcorn with my child. You have a much healthier approach. Do you know what we did actually? We went to Hai Di Lao. We went for hot pot. Which is always fascinates the staff in Hai Di Lao because it's our favourite, mine and Grace.
Just you and Grace.
Yeah,
so two white people in the Chinese hot pot restaurant.
In the Chinese hot pot restaurant, and we do it for every celebration. We have our order down pat, we always know exactly what we want, but we look like we have no clue what we're doing.
No, tell me what you want.
Okay. So it has to be 2 portions of beef, sweet potato noodles, quail's eggs, and bean curd. That's the order. Perfect.
That's all.
That's it.
And what's the soup?
Tomato based. Tomato based.
And do you get the guy to do the noodle thing in your face?
We don't know because we get different kind of noodles, and also that sounds terrifying.
Wait, that's why people go to.
Oh really? I don't know because whenever the staff come over to me, because I'm so proud of my Singaporeanness in doing it, I'm always like, I don't need help.
It is impressive.
Yeah, but here's the thing: the more I protest that I don't need help, the more I need help.
With
just anything, I can't get the food out of them. I'm fishing for my quail's eggs. There's soup everywhere. It's in my hair. But I have to prove myself. I'm so determined. I could be on fire, and they would come over and be like, "Do you need help?" And I'm like, "I'm fine."
No. Do you know what's funny about that? I'm Chinese and I cannot stand going to Hai Di Lao.
Oh, really?
Because I feel like it is so Chinese. It's so Chinese.
It is.
And then I'm turned off, and then it throws me into a whole probably unnecessary cycle, spiral of depression.
Wow. So just
not
clarify,
Happy Mother's Day.
Don't invite you next year.
You know what? You should invite me and then you order.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when I bring my girlfriend there, and she's not Chinese, but she's local, right? She's Malay. Actually, Malay people should not be eating there. But aside from that,
true, yes.
Yeah, I just feel so much pressure because apart from the spiral, they're all looking at me, expecting me to speak top-notch Chinese.
Yes.
And to know what I want, which even at a not Chinese restaurant, I never know what I want.
Okay.
And then I'd be responsible for my friend.
Oh.
And it's just very, very, very stressful. And I do not, it's not a cheap place.
It's so expensive.
For what it is, right?
We've managed to streamline this order, Grace and I, and yet somehow it cost me $100. Doesn't matter if I order more, I order less.
It's just a fishbowl floating in tomato ketchup.
Yeah, it is. And I guess you probably will get this reference, but anyone British will definitely get it. The sauce basically tastes like watered down sauce from Heinz spaghetti hoops, which is why Grace and I like it so much.
It's a healthy.
Yeah, it's anyway. We loved it. So that's what we do on any big occasion, and we go and confuse the staff at Hai Di Lao.
You know what I also do not like about Hai Di Lao? It's not Chinese because it is Chinese. The cuisine is Chinese and the people are Chinese, right? The staff are Chinese, but the service is unnaturally good.
It is good. It's a bit much. Well, I'm glad you said it because I thought it was just me and they just didn't trust me with the hot pot. Because I'm honestly, every second they're like, "Let me help you. Let me help you." I'm like,
no, but no. Listen, Chinese people are not nice. We are not meant to provide a service culture.
It's not a service.
So it's
culture.
just extra confusing.
Okay.
I find it so discombobulating.
Okay.
And then I just want to throw up.
Okay, it's too
it's just not
cloying
for you. It's so why are you pretending? I don't like it when people pretend.
Okay, you think it's disingenuous.
Just be rude,
Okay.
Why and not only are they polite, and then the guy comes out and throws the noodles in your face, and he dances to techno while throwing the noodles in your face.
Well, that sounds very Chinese to me.
To you.
I don't think I'm supposed to say that.
And then they give you a manicure and they give you scrunchies.
The scrunchies, yes. The manicure, no.
I mean, it's a thing they used to do. And then now they start doing it because, Chinese people take advantage of it.
A manicure, an actual
manicure while waiting.
Oh my God, I would love that.
Yes, you should. You know what? If you ask for it, they do it.
Well, what fascinates me is they give you so much free stuff. We got a Mother's Day flower yesterday, and there's the hair scrunchie, and I'm like, wow, how do they afford to give away all this stuff? And then you get the bill at the end, and you're like, oh, okay, because they've charged me $80 for a pot of hot tomato soup. Yeah. So, but nonetheless, we love it. But it does, because we've been saying we're going to talk about cultural differences.
Yes.
By the way, the mugs, thank you for these.
These are from China.
These are the Comedy and Custody podcast, and this is Nebulous, and this is me. It would be really weird if it wasn't us, the pictures, wouldn't it? It'd be really bizarre.
It should be like John Cena.
Just two totally random people, John Cena and maybe the new Pope. I'm completely fascinated by the new Pope, but we'll talk about that another time.
When we cover religion. When we cover religion.
Yes.
No, but this is very Chinese. Like, this is what you should be paying Chinese people to do. Make cheap things.
I don't think I'm allowed to comment on that.
I am.
You can say what you like. I love Chinese culture and Hai Di Lao, and that is all I will say on the matter.
And Chinese men. Cheers to that. Chinese men?
My Chinese man, anyway.
Just one Chinese
just
man.
The one that I love, yes. Billion. Well, no, I mean, I'm sure the rest of them are lovely, but one in particular.
I don't know.
But yes, because that's what we were going to talk about, because, of course, my boyfriend is Singaporean Chinese, and I've lived here for 10 years, and we talk 9 years, and we talk all the time about like the cultural differences, and I do still have all the time with him. So I was telling you earlier today, he said to me that he had a sore throat because he ate chicken yesterday, and you knew instantly, he ate fried chicken, which is correct. Now, as I guess British person, but I would assume other Western cultures as well, this concept does not exist.
But how do you get sore throats then?
You get, there's two things that I want to add here as well, right? So you get a sore throat from germs. That's where you get it from.
Well, where do the germs come from?
The other sick people, from other sick people. Who have eaten
fried chicken.
No. And also, this is not with any disrespect to you or to him, it just completely fascinates me, right? I was like, are you okay? And what he said was, I'm having a flu from the chicken. Now, there's several things here that don't make any sense to me. That don't make sense in my culture. First of all, we don't say a flu. We would say the flu, and that would be influenza, like real, actual, can't get out of bed,
like virus,
full on influenza. And I've actually picked this up where I will sometimes say, oh, I've got like flu, but I mean a cold. I said what I would say was a cold.
Can we just bookmark that, because I do not know the difference, and my parents are doctors.
Oh, your parents are doctors. Okay, yes. So you can check this and we can talk about it.
Yeah. But they're like old-timey doctors, so I'm not sure if anything good is going to come of it.
Okay.
But that was just a bookmark. But
okay, we should have them here to talk to us on one of our. I'm serious, to talk to them on one of our episodes. But so, and then he's like, and it's really hard for me because I like, and again, I'm not saying this with disrespect or to mock or anything like that. It's just so interesting. I'm not. I mean, I mock him for many things, but not this thing. This concept of like, I've got a sore throat because I ate fried chicken, and like, this doesn't exist in my culture. If you get a sore throat, it's because you've been near someone who's got COVID or a cold or tonsillitis or whatever else.
Let me give my take on it.
Yeah, okay, please.
Okay, so it's not that, I mean, it's funny if it were the actual fried chicken that were infecting you because it was angry. Right. But
no, I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't angry fried chicken.
Okay,
although that sounds that sounds a fun restaurant. I was like, what did you get for dinner last night? Angry fried chicken.
As opposed to the happy one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my contribution to that is not the actual, fried chicken or the it's because the fried chicken, and I'm not sure if this is an Asian thing or it's just like me. My expertise in the body. Yeah. But the fried chicken has like rough edges, right?
Well, this is what I think he was getting to. Yes.
Well, so it's like it has rough edges, and then when it goes down, it scratches your throat, and then it's like raw wounds in your throat, and then that's when all of the bacteria and viruses that have been in the air can attack you.
Okay. Now
you get it not just from fried chicken, but just like fried rough things in general, like keropok, like crackers, or like dry things which crunch, like crunchy things.
Oh, this is fascinating. Okay. Is this the same as cooling and heaty?
That is another very good question.
Okay.
That is a very good question. And I think, yes.
Yes.
But cooling is a different thing.
Okay, but that would be heaty. That would be
and I don't know. Okay, I don't know if it's heaty because it has literally been heated, like it's a deep fried chicken,
right?
Or there's something else to it. But there are definitely things which are heaty, which are not fried.
Okay.
So I think heaty and cooling might be a Chinese medicine concept, but also in other Chinese adjacent cultures. I'm going to get cancelled for that. But like, you know, I feel like it's a generally Asian thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Southeast Asian? I don't know. I don't know if like Indians have the same kind of concept, but and I wish I were better at it. But there are like heaty foods which are not fried, and they cause the same thing. They cause like heat in the body, which you need to expel.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Okay. Interesting. And again, like I'm not mocking any of this.
What else has your partner said?
Oh, what else has he said that I... So not him specifically, but like things since I've moved
things
here.
That you do not understand.
So
which I also do not.
When I first moved here, the thing that I couldn't get used to was people asking if you've had lunch, have you taken your lunch? Now I thought, because people were saying to me every day when I was new at work, have you had your lunch or have you taken your lunch? And I was like, oh my God, everybody's asking me for lunch every day. People are like so nice. And I'd be like, they say, have you had your lunch? And I'd be like, oh my God, I have, but thank you so much. And I look back on that and I could just like die now by how cringy that is.
What have you learned that they actually mean?
Well, it's like, it's just a greeting, isn't it? It's a nicety. Yeah. It's like a British person.
How's your day?
Yeah, like a British person goes, you all right?
And it doesn't matter if
no,
you're not.
It doesn't. No one cares if you're all right or not.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think that might be, as far as I know, it's something that they do say in Chinese.
Oh, okay.
It's the actual greeting, like, have you eaten? Which is directly correlated with, like, are you well?
Okay. Well, I love it because, like, it's one of my favorite things about him and I, you know, and the culture in Singapore specifically is, like, I love food. Mm-hmm. So this whole thing about, like, to be in a country where everyone loves food and stuff, I love that. So that's kind of once I got over the fact that I wasn't being invited for lunch at all, that there was that. So yeah, there's a few.
How about cooling stuff? Because I'm trying to think about when, again, I probably got this all wrong, but if you are having heat in your body from eating heaty food, you have to eat cooling stuff to cool it down. Yes. And cooling stuff would be, it could be food like cucumber, which that makes sense, right? Like cucumbers are cool. Yeah. Or like cucumber-like things, like winter melon.
Yeah. Like a pear? Would a pear be?
Yeah, I think a pear is cooling.
Okay. What would be heaty apart from fried chicken?
I wish I were better at this. Because my parents were like English doctors. Okay. Again, that's another thing, like Western doctors. Yeah. Because in the West, you don't call them Western doctors. Yes, you just call them doctors. It's just like Western food. Yeah. Right? You don't call... and I think they never really gave this a lot of...
you didn't get a lot of airtime in your house.
Yeah, and to them it was just like... But also that was a different issue with my house, which was every time I fell sick, it wouldn't matter why I fell sick. It's just like, well, we have a solution. It doesn't matter why you have the problem. Yeah. So I was just allowed to just completely go overboard. I think chocolate is heaty, for example. So I just like eat all of the chocolate. And then I would fall sick, and then they'd be like, no problem. Just take antibiotics.
Oh, and you would just have this and shut up.
Yeah. And now my body's a wreck, but that's fine.
It's okay. It's okay. You're 40 years old, all of our bodies are wrecked. Okay. I love the fact your parents were doctors. Like, I'm so fascinated by what it must be like to have that knowledge in the household.
Well, it's definitely knowledge, and it's also I feel like it's very one-sided.
Okay. Do they still practice?
Yeah, they do. It's I mean, it's great because they basically work together their whole lives. Oh. Yeah. And I think it's great. It's just I just didn't have that growing up experience of like going to see the doctor.
No, of course. You just went into your parents'
It's just
room.
like how you don't have to see the doctor. You just see
your dad.
Or your mom. Also, they have like tons of drugs at home.
Oh,
yeah, like shelves and shelves. Like I did not know it's not normal to like open a drawer and not have a bunch of tablets and pills just like fall out. So they also treat medicine like it's a natural resource. Okay. So yeah, they
unlimited.
Yeah, it's just basically like whatever you want, we can get it, and it's just like problem-solving approach to life.
Okay, I love that because I'm someone like I have a real I love modern medicine. When the COVID vaccine came out, I was first in line. I think the maximum you could have had now is 6. I've had 6. I've
6 what, jabs?
Jabs, yeah, I've had them all.
I don't know how many jabs I've had.
So yeah, do you just go around to your parents for dinner and they're like, here's the salmon and yeah, I love
it's great. It's great. I think maybe because it was, for me, it's just like how, the pastor's daughter is always a slut, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So for me, because
wait, I'm saying yes. I mean, yes, I've heard the analogy. Not I agree with you. just to clarify. Yeah.
It's just like how the guy who founded the Church of Satan, his dad was like a pastor.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to use it not to make a point about Satan.
I know. Yeah.
Although that could be in the episode.
Yeah.
But really, because they were so into it, and then I've grown to become very kind of cautious about it, about Western medicine.
Okay, interesting. Medicine. Did you, and Chinese medicine is just
but
something
I'm also not into Chinese medicine.
Just no medicine. You're just.
You know what? Have you actually seen a Chinese medicine doctor?
I don't think I have. No,
I haven't either. But I know because my girlfriend, who is Malay, likes seeing the Chinese. We're all kind of. I feel like we bond over not identifying with our own culture.
Okay.
So, but she likes going to the Chinese medicine doctor because, from what she said, you just go there and then you turn up, and whatever your problem is, the solution is always the same. It's like this packet of brownish powder or pills, which always look and taste the same.
Okay.
No matter what the problem is. And it's like $10.
Oh, amazing.
And it's just like, just eat this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fascinating.
So, or like they
and then
like,
it works,
oh, you know what? Now that you mentioned it, we actually saw a different Chinese doctor because I was having like back pain. And this guy was just supposed to know just straight away how to deal with the back pain. Again, whatever was the issue, he would just give like 1 tub of cream, which looks the same. You just put it on different parts of your body. But what was funny was when we went to see him, all they do is like they take your pulse, like they do this. They're like this. Then they ask you to stick out your tongue.
Right.
And then I got really worried because it's like when he felt our pulse, right? Immediately he was like, "Oh yeah, like you have not pooped today." Or
was
like,
he correct?
You are heaty. Yeah, he's correct.
Woo.
And then when he asked us, then after that he's like, "Let me see your tongue." And then I got worried, like, would he be able to tell we were lesbians?
That is,
but if he knew
absolutely
that,
amazing.
He didn't say. But then I got really.
I'm not going to ask the question I want to ask. Move on.
Have to.
No.
But that was my genuine fear. Like, oh God, like what else can he tell from us? And yeah, the solution is just always to rub the cream on your body.
And sorry, that's the Chinese medicine solution or the lesbian solution?
Both.
Okay.
Always.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh my God. Could the doctor
You should see him. You should see him.
I mean, I haven't got...
He'll probably be able to tell
if anything. I'm a lesbian. Maybe he'll know.
Yeah, he'll be like, are you not pursuing your higher purpose?
Yeah, he'll be very disappointed in me, I think. that I'm not. So yeah, where were we? Oh,
we were talking about Chinese medicine and how well, now that we're on this tangent,
yes,
I suddenly recall that when I was a child and I would just like follow my grandma around everywhere, my grandma was Chinese. And
your grandma's Chinese?
Yeah.
Fascinating. Fascinating. Wow.
Well, one thing she would do, I remember one day she was like using a cheese grater kind of thing to like shave a thing which looked like an antelope horn.
Okay.
I don't know how I knew it was an antelope horn. Like I was 3. Yeah. But like she was like shaving the antelope horn into like water. And this was like supposed to be medicine for my grandfather.
Wow.
Yeah. But like, antelope horn is like made of the same thing as your fingernails.
Right.
So it's not going to dissolve. So he was just supposed to eat this. Now that I remember it, my childhood had a lot of like drinking liquids that had solids undissolved.
Oh, that's really... Sorry, just... I'm seeing now the origins of bubble tea. Oh my gosh.
It's like bubble tea with additional toppings.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was so foul. Like,
yeah. Sounds
gross. Also on that note, one thing which Chinese culture seems to promote is it's very literal interpretation.
Okay.
So like antelope horn, right? Now when I Google it,
Yeah.
You eat it when you have like erectile dysfunction.
Well, I was gonna say, is that I'm sure I've heard that, and that is what she was.
And then I was helping her
treating.
grate the antelope. And so it's just very literal, right? So like when I was a kid, my grandma would make me frog's legs.
Okay.
Have you tried those?
I have tried them.
In
Not
Singapore?
my favorite. Yeah.
Well, what do they taste like?
I mean, a bit chickeny, but
they're
chewy.
like chicken, right?
Yeah.
Like chewy chicken.
Yeah.
And so you eat frog's legs when you want your legs to be strong.
Okay.
It's very literal.
Okay, and Heaty, I would assume. I don't know.
We could probably Google this.
Oh, frog's legs, Heaty.
And like, you know, that's it's just very literal.
Yeah.
And now that you're talking about the Heaty thing again, I remember she deep fried the frog's legs.
There you go, Heaty.
And yet I did not fall sick.
Just coincidence, I'm sure. But what fascinates me, right, is not always the difference is the similarities.
Yeah.
Like I'm so fascinated, not just with my Singaporean friends, but, you know, living here, I've got friends from all over the world, and we've all got the same cultural references. We all watched the same music videos and the same movies and had like the same heartthrobs. And I was, this is so trivial, but like was watching a TV show yesterday with my boyfriend, and this actor, like not even a super well-known actor, comes on the screen, and I was like, oh, he was in this sitcom I used to watch, which like nobody's heard of. And he was like, oh yeah, I know it. And I was, oh no, in fact I said it, and he was like, no, it's not that one, it's a different one. I was like, it is. I'm like, wow, this TV show that I don't even remember anyone else watching around me, it wasn't like a big Friends or anything like that, obviously was also watched in Singapore. I'm so fascinated by this.
No, yeah. But what's interesting to me is the topic now like British cultural hegemony.
But well, I mean, that was an American show. That was an American show. But yeah, I guess.
It's crazy. What's crazy to me is that I don't think Americans know how weird this is. Like to them, like imagine you grew up in LA or whatever, right? It's only normal that people speak your accent and like film the places that you've been to, and it's only normal. Yes. And then when you go around the world, everyone understands. Like when you talk about these things, and I mean to the British as well, to maybe a lesser extent. Yeah. But I don't think they really understand what it means to be American.
So I've had this conversation. One of my best friends in the whole world is American. And we've talked about this because I hope she won't mind me saying, when the US elections come about each year, we debate kind of around the fact that the rest of the world, myself included, are very invested in the results. Yeah. And as an American, this almost like frustrates her, because she's like, you don't live in the US. Right. Why do you care so much?
Exactly.
But I think maybe it's kind of like you can't see the wood for the trees is the phrase. Like if you're in the US, you don't realize how heavy that influence is. But from the outside, it's like US culture influences everything. So yeah, and I just find that. But now, of course, it's going the other way, because like obviously you had Crazy Rich Asians.
Someone was just telling me that was their favorite movie this morning, and I was like, why?
So it's a good movie. It's a good movie. I like it. I love the books are really good. And, you know, the niche thing about Singapore is if you live in Singapore and you watch something like Crazy Rich Asians, you've been to every one of those places. And like, you know, or not literally, but you know what I mean? Like everywhere's
but it's also
familiar.
so removed from reality. Is it like reality? When you watch Bridgerton?
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing to do with my life and how I grew up. Right. But if they were it's as if I was watching Bridgerton and it was based in modern day in the area I grew up in the smallish, you know, few square miles I grew up in. I guess like that. But of course now it's like flipping on its head as well with like this Darshan. Have you seen Darshan? Yeah. So Darshan is, for those that don't know, he's a Singaporean. I don't think you would say influencer. I don't know if you'd say comedian. He's like does like kind of funny TikTok and Instagram videos. He's Singaporean, and he's doing these videos right now which have gone completely viral.
It's high time a Singaporean
right
went viral.
He's putting Singapore on the map, so I love this. And it's him and I don't know if it's his friend or his partner, it's a bit widely debated. He is they're good friends, and they do these videos where the friend Dr. Samuel has like, they've gone on vacation, he has all the suitcases, and he's like, I'm Samuel and I carry the bags, and then Darshan just stands there and looks beautiful and goes, and I'm Darshan. And then there's like another one, he's like, I'm Samuel and I've booked, you know, all of the stuff we do on the trip, and he just goes, And I'm Darshan. And it reminds me so much. Actually, we're running out of time, but it reminds me so much of when we do the setup for the podcast and you do everything and I sit on the sofa, maybe I pour some water or some coffee, and it's like, I'm Nebulous and I set up every single light and every single camera and the mics. And I'm just like, and I'm Sasha.
So I'm happy too.
Yes,
I'm a robot, remember?
That's true. That is your calling.
Protocol.
And on that note, we have to finish, personally because we've run out of time, and also because obviously Nebulous has to get up and turn all the cameras and the lights off. And I'm Sasha. This has been the Comedy and Custody podcast. We will see you soon. I've been Sasha Frank.
I've been Nebulous Nyang.
Bye.
Bye.